Is dropshipping still a viable business model in 2022, and how can I get started? Let's find out. Hey everyone, my name is Eddie and I've been doing e-commerce for a few years now. I own multiple stores that I run at the present time, and I would say that I've been fairly successful at it. And every day people ask me multiple questions about dropshipping and how to get started, how to find the product, how to run ads, how to speak to suppliers and ship it from China. And I thought that I would make a video, like a mini course rather, where I could walk you through all the steps that you need to take in order to start your dropshipping store and eventually hit your first 500 or 1,000, $2,000 days. So let's get started. The first thing that you want to do is understand how to find a winning product. Now, there are multiple places where you could look for winning products. There are spy tools, there are free tools as well. The one that I recommend is the Facebook ads library. That's the one that I've been using. And I'll show you exactly how I go through the process of looking for winning products and what winning product means exactly. So first of all, I just use the following filters. I look for 50% off. This is what most of the dropshippers use. You could do 60% off. You could do free shipping as well. And then we're looking for active ads in the last 3 days. Generally is what I would recommend. Videos, you could look for images if you want, but you get a lot of spammy stuff. And the language is English. Basically, there are multiple characteristics that make a product a winner. Of course, the most important one and the one that you should care about the most is the fact that it sells. And more importantly, the fact that it sells for someone else. It sounds like it could be counterproductive to try to find competition. But no, it's literally the opposite when it comes to dropshipping. You want to find someone who's already selling a product really well and then replicate what they're doing and take it up a step, make it a little better. So that's what we're doing here. We're looking for products that other people sell. Now, this right here, where it says 4 ads, this indicates that they're running 4 copies of this ad. Now, that's not too much. But there are other ads that you could see, like here, for example, these people are running 8. These people are running 17. They're the same page, actually. So seeing this multiple ads of these shoes indicates to me that these people have been doing this for a while and they're spending quite a bit of money on this product. So most likely it's working for them. Now, I actually recognize this store. This store has been alive for a long time. You can see they've got 10,000 page likes. So I can pretty much guarantee that they're selling these shoes successfully. But let's see what makes these shoes a winning product. So I went on their store right now and it's very clean. Look at this design, it's beautiful. And this is another thing that we'll be talking about, store design. This will come very soon in this video, but now we're focusing on finding products. Now, what makes these products sell? At first glance, you would think, okay, shoes, that sounds like a pretty basic product. How could that possibly ever be a winning product? So that's when your marketing comes in, and that's what they do really well. As you can see, once we get to the product page, it's actually awful. Like, it really is terrible. This is an awful product page. Of course, it most likely looks better on mobile. Yes, still pretty awful to be honest, but most customers come from mobile devices. Now, what makes this product a winning product is the fact that the way that they market it is they convince people that wearing these shoes reduce foot pain and they correct your posture. You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, they're not just a simple pair of shoes. They correct your posture, they reduce your pain, absorb shock while you're walking, make you walk more steadily and stand for hours. So straight away you can tell the market that these people advertise to is most likely people that are aged above 40, maybe even 50. And to be completely honest, these are the people that shop on Facebook the most. And you can tell by the way everything is written: control, stabilize, balance, absorb shock, reduces friction. I mean, look at this over here. Absolutely awful grammar. So as you can see, this is clearly a product that's working for them because they've been advertising forever and they found an angle that works with people. So what you can take from this, and this is something that applies for all products that make money, all of them make the user's life better in some way. They help you in some way. They solve a problem of yours. This is a massive problem, pain, right? Everybody eventually, unfortunately, encounters some health problems in their life, and that means that marketing a product that reduces your pain and offers you all these benefits to make your life easier and more comfortable, that means that the whole planet is your market. So they're doing a really good job with that. They chose a product that solves a problem for absolutely everybody. Everybody will eventually have some problem. Unfortunately, everybody will have some pain. And that's what it means to have a winning product. You solve someone's problem. You make their lives easier. They don't want to just buy some random pair of shoes from you that are blue and look pretty basic, you know? No one would do that. That's one thing that you need to implement in your mindset when you look for products. You have to think, does this product actually really help my customer? Would a person be out there scrolling on Facebook, experiencing pain in their feet, knees, back, whatever it is, and when they see your product, they're thinking, this is exactly what I've been missing. I would feel so much better having this. That's the mindset that you need to have. So don't just choose random products. Find one that really improves your customer's life in some way, and then market it the right way. Put it in their face. As you can see, these people's writing skills here are not the best, but look, they just highlight the things that you would care about if you're the target market. You don't want to have pain in your feet. Right here you have images showing you that they're comfortable, they're foamy. It absorbs shock when I walk, meaning I can walk for hours. People that have this problem, unfortunately, they're struggling to stand for hours. They're struggling to walk for hours. They need to rest. And experiencing that problem every single day, it gets you to the point where you're looking for a solution. And I'm not trying to make this unethical, but this is when you capitalize on that problem, you come with this solution. So that principle can be applied to a lot of products. You just need to find them, and ideally you need to find a competitor that's selling them, just to prove to you, okay, someone's doing good. That means if I do everything else right, I can also do good. Another example of a product that solves a problem is this anxiety ring. You can basically fidget it whenever you're feeling stressed instead of picking at your fingers and damaging your fingers. So this is another example of an ad that's probably successful for these people. We'll be taking this product and putting it into a store just to show you an example of what a simple store that would sell this product looks like, and to explain a few principles that I use when I do the copywriting for these products. What we need to do next once we pick a product is find it on AliExpress or speak to your Chinese supplier to see if they can source it for you and what the price would be. Now, if you're a beginner, I would suggest that you go to AliExpress and you look up your product. I know AliExpress is not the best place to source your products from, but it's perfectly fine if you're a beginner and you just want to get started. This is how I got started, so it's totally fine to do that. Now, I'm not saying necessarily that you should start selling this product, but we'll just use it as an example right now, and I found it here right away. It just costs a few dollars, it looks like. Let's click on one of those. Just literally $3, maybe less, maybe more, depending on what you choose, to ship one to a customer in the United States. This shipping option that's selected by default here is extremely slow. Most of them will be, unfortunately. I suggest if you start with AliExpress, just choose their standard shipping, which is right here. I know it'll make the product more expensive. It'll be like, what is it now, almost $6. Not that big of a deal, to be honest, but this is good just to start with. It won't be too fast, but you just want to validate the product at this stage, right? So that's what you should be thinking about. Don't be thinking long term when you look at this. This is not what you'll be using if this product is actually a winner for you. Of course, if it does turn out to be a winner, what you need to do is find a supplier in China that you can rely on. Now, that could be quite a difficult task. Of course, there are a lot of those people, but you need to find the right one. That's a little difficult. To do that, I suggest that you go to Alibaba.com rather than AliExpress, and you start looking for dropshipping agents, or you could even start contacting all these people that are selling those rings, telling them, hey, I'm dropshipping this, I've been getting consistent orders every single day, and I want to work with you and ship this a little faster. Can you help me out? If you have any questions about what I've said so far and you'd like me to help clarify, I've recently made a Discord server right here called Mavenport. We already have like more than 600 members, and they're extremely active. They all come in here and ask me questions and help each other. As you can see, we're very active here, and I suggest that you join. I'll put a link in the description of this video. You can come in here and let me know whatever you want me to clarify from this video. At the same time, here's a channel where I post PDFs about how to create your ads, what it takes to create a winning video ad on Facebook. What people have asked me to do is also show them how to approach an agent in China, how to talk to them, how to convince them to give you good prices and work with you. So that is probably the next PDF that I'll be dropping in Knowledge. It will most likely be there by the time you enter the Discord or shortly after. So definitely give this Discord a shot and be part of the community. A lot of times we stay up late up to like 7 in the morning and chat in here. I answer everybody's questions pretty much. I'll get back to these people right here as soon as I'm done recording this video as well. Everybody's getting an answer here. So definitely come be part of this community. It's completely free, and we're all chatting here, helping each other get better at dropshipping. I'm answering so many questions about how I'm able to scale so many stores successfully in here, and I know I can help you as well. And it's completely free. All you have to do is literally just click the Discord link in the description of this video, and you'll join and you start chatting with us all here. The next thing that you want to do now is build a website. So how do you do that? You simply go to shopify.com, make an account. It literally will take you a minute, no big deal. A lot of people ask me in the Discord, how should the website look, or what kind of website should I have? Should I have a one product store or a general store, or what should I do to test products? And this will answer everybody's questions. So what I do when I test products is I make a store, I give it a name that means absolutely nothing. So this store is called Sunt Park. I have no idea what that means, but that's the point. And you just give it some colors that would match any product that you would like to sell. I just chose a blue color theme here because it's very calming. Same here with this picture. These are things that would work for any product pretty much, and that's the point. It's not necessarily a one product store because we're not planning to test just one product on this store, and it's not a general store because we're not planning to add a bunch of products here and test them all at once. It's more of a combination. So what you would do if you want to test this ring is you would make your store look similar to this. Just make it fit any product, put your ring in here, just write a few lines of text on the homepage. No one goes to the homepage, so don't worry much about that. And then I'll show you how the product page looks as well. At the top, tell people what offer you are going with. So I was thinking, since this product is pretty cheap, I would try to encourage people to buy more of them. So I said order 2 rings and get the 3rd for free. If they click on here, they get taken to the product page straight away. Before we get there, you just want to have some other important sections in the menu here, such as contact us and track your order. People want to know that if they order from here, they can get back to you and ask you, hey, where's my order? Or if they need any help, they can get in touch with you or track their order. Now let's go to the product page, which I have right here as well. And this is very simple. You don't need to complicate this. So many people say, hey, what theme should I use? Like, it does not matter. Just go with Debut. This theme is called Dawn. And that is enough. Please don't complicate themes. I don't use any gem pages or whatever. It is true that I have a theme that was specifically customized for me, but I'm telling you, it's extremely simple. You do not need more than this to test the product. Do not waste your energy on finding the right theme. I promise you, it's a waste of time. Use a simple theme like Debut or Dawn. These are free as well, and this is all their customer needs in order to be convinced to buy a product. Especially if you go on mobile, which, like I said, most customers will come from their mobile devices. Look how simple and clean this looks. I use this color of blue for important buttons. I use the darker one here because I don't want all the attention to go here. I kind of want them to pay more attention to the add to cart button, but it's still kind of the same color scheme as you can see, the blues. And I made it just that simple. This is more than enough to test the product, I guarantee it. And let me explain more about it now. This product costs us, we said about $6, probably a lot less. Now you want to be able to mark your product up at least 3 times its cost to your customers in the United States. Now 6 times 3, that's 18. We priced it at 19, so that's above 3x. And we don't really want them even to buy just one. This is where you encourage people to order more of them, right? So here we made bundles out of simply the variants of the product. So let me show you how I did that. Here's the product. I went on here and just created multiple variants for it. Now, ideally, you create custom images for all of these variants. Here's the pricing for all of them. So buying just one is 19. It's discounted for 40. So that's a little over a 50% discount. But you want to encourage them to buy multiple, because when they buy multiple, your price, like if they buy 2, for example, your price is not going to be $12. It's not going to be 2 times 6. It's most likely going to be like about $9. The more products that you put in an an order, the cheaper the cost per product gets. So you want to encourage them to buy more, and your profit margins will get a lot better doing that. So that's what we're doing here. We're telling them buy 2 and get 1 for free. So most likely shipping 3 rings like this is going to cost you like, I don't know, not even $10, I would think, to be completely honest with you. If you get an agent, it's not even going to cost you $10. So we're marking it up 3 times right here as well. And here shipping 4 rings would probably be just another $1-2. These rings are really cheap, so especially when you get an agent, they're going to make your life a lot easier. It's literally going to be like $4 probably for just 1 ring. So that's the logic behind all this. Now these price points could be tested. You don't need these exact ones, but as you see, I'm encouraging people, like, why would they not pay an extra $10 to get 3 rings instead of just 1? Obviously most people will go for this, right? That's the logic behind this offer. And if they go for this, your profit margins are higher. Why would they also not buy 4, for example? You know, and they basically just pay for 3 and they get 1 free, and that's $39 for you. Now you could play with these prices. I would test them a lot, to be honest. This is just an example here, so that's how it works. Let's look at the structure of the product page and let's see what you need. So right here at the top, I put a review from a customer. Now I've written it myself. I know that's not the most ethical thing, but I'm just telling you how the game is played, and if you'd like to, you can apply those principles that I teach you here. Now the way I did this on the DOM theme, you have multiple boxes that you can add in here. So I added a text one at the top of the product title, and this is what I wrote. I've been wearing 2 of these rings for a week and they've made an incredible difference for my ADHD. This is from Dana from UK. Now the reason why this is good is because ADHD is a very important keyword for a ring like this. It's supposed to help with stuff like that. So how do you find out what marketing angles to use for your products, like I did right here? Because a customer who reads this, who's also experiencing problems like that, obviously they'll be hooked straight away. They'll think, okay, this is helping other people with their problems, anti-anxiety, ADHD, all of that. They'll be intrigued straight away. They'll be hooked. How do you find out how to hook people? Well, look up your product on AliExpress, on Amazon. We'll do it on Amazon right now, and I found it. And then go to the review section. So this product's got 2,700 reviews on Amazon. We're going to go to the review section straight away, and let's see what people like the most and dislike the most. Now this is a process that you have to go through when you create your store, and that's what will make a very convincing store, because you already know what people like and dislike, and you'll take everything that they like about the product and write about it in your description, and you'll take everything that they dislike from bad reviews, and I'm sure we can find one. The quality is actually very nice, but fortunately the sizing is extremely off. Okay, so in that case, what we're going to do is find a ring that is adjustable, like this one. And you write that in the description, because people are going to have doubts. This is your customer right here. So you take this customer's doubt and you answer to it in your product description. So first thing, adjustable, one size fits all. So as soon as a customer comes to your website having that doubt, and most likely there will be a lot of them, this is the reality. This is what customers for this product look like. They'll be told straight away, this is not a problem. So it won't even hit their head yet, you know? They'll be satisfied with it straight away when it comes to that concern. Now, other things that people liked were, oh, look, this person saying not silver, stainless steel. So we're going to pick a product that's made out of silver. Now that depends on your agent. Of course, a reliable agent will be honest with you and they will tell you what your product is made of. So ideally you choose silver, but even if you choose silver, it's never going to be pure silver. I researched into jewelry a while ago, and so you can't just make something straight out of silver because it's way too soft as a metal. So it will be like 92.5% silver, which is something that I believe, look right here, we mentioned in the description. However, we say premium 925 silver. So again, one other customer concern that's taken care of is right there in the description. So that's what you need to do, and you need to take the things that they liked, such as, look, this person, for someone who has severe ADHD and anxiety, this ring is a game changer. So this is the angle that worked for them, right? So we pick this and put it straight in our description. ADHD and anti-anxiety, they see that all over the place. Feeling stressed, is anxiety beating you up? ADHD not giving you peace. You see that? So every single person that comes to your store that was targeted because they have similar problems to this, they come on here and they won't even know why, but straight away these things will be appealing to them because unfortunately they're having to deal with problems like this. So this is why this works so well. This is how you write the product description, and we'll go deeper into it now. So I said, find serenity wherever you are, wearing the stylish premium silver brand name. You put your name in here. Anti-anxiety ring, so in this case it would be Sun Park. I could have just done it. Built with 4 movable beads to fidget around. Our rings are designed to help dissipate your restlessness and worries, allowing you to stay calm and focused on your task, right? So that's what happens basically. Like, you must know when you were in school, probably you were in class constantly fidgeting with your fingers or with your pen, stuff like that. People right now see this and they get that and they resonate with it, because whoever does that would prefer to do it with the ring that also looks nice, right? Why would you not do that? So this is a good selling point right here. And then security at your fingertips. So here you tell them why they need this ring compared to other alternatives that they have. So here you say, unfortunately our therapist or best friend can't accompany us to work. Our comfort show is now available when we go out, and we can close our eyes and breathe while driving. So when they read that, they'll understand that the solutions that they've been using so far, not that they're not efficient, but they can't take it with them everywhere, right? So with this ring, like I said here, with that in mind, we crafted the one solution that can do all of these things, disguised as a precious jewelry that complements any outfit, the silver anti-anxiety ring. So that's the thing, you have it with you absolutely everywhere, right? And then I put this animation here. I could have found something better, but just so you understand, you need to show an animation. You need to show a little video in your description so people kind of see how it works. And then I found a really nice image, which does not belong to me. It's up to you if you want to take the risk to use images from other people. But I found this really nice image of the ring, so this will attract customers, of course, because it actually looks nice as well. The way it's displayed in this picture definitely shows that. And here you answer to other concerns, anti-allergenic, no green skin. So that's just another concern that I've seen people have. So when you look here, this is what most people said. Love this ring, silver, so we mentioned that. Finger green. Okay, that sounds a little weird, but basically what they're saying is cheap jewelry leaves these green marks on your skin when you wear them. I don't know that because I don't wear cheap jewelry. I don't really wear jewelry in general, but I know because I researched this for a different product that I sold in the past. So I know that this is a concern, and this is something that's super important that you need to mention. So we're mentioning it here, straight in their face, no green skin. Like, it's so important that they know straight away. So all of these doubts, they're cleared out of their mind, you know? No barriers to buy this product anymore. If they want it, they get it right now. There's nothing else they need to wonder about. Well, there is, but we'll get there in a second. So besides life-changing benefits, which we mentioned here, right? Like, it really helps with your anxiety, stuff like that, calms you down. Our rings are made of premium 925 silver. Never worry about leaving any embarrassing marks on your fingers. Enjoy a peaceful life with no limits wherever you are. So that sounds amazing, right? And then we remind them, order yours now and save 50%, get 2 and receive the 3rd ring for free. Add to cart now. Normally I would install an app that has a sticky add to cart here as well, so when they get here they see add to cart, they click on that app as well. So that's something you might want to take in consideration. And then you need to talk about shipping, right? So worldwide shipping, you tell them that you ship worldwide, and you tell them how long it takes. I don't need to read through this. And then you give them a money back guarantee as well, 30 days, 14 days, 7 days, whatever you want. That doesn't matter. The point is that customers need to understand the terms before they buy. I do this on all my stores. You might be thinking that it deters customers from buying because these are quite long shipping times. Well, 7 to 12 business days is actually not that long. People never mind that, honestly. I mean, I'm shipping within like 2 weeks and no one's complaining, to be honest. Rarely they are complaining, but it's really not enough for that to be an issue. You'll get shipping times like this when you start working with an agent. Of course, first with AliExpress it's not going to be the case, but that's a compromise you have to accept. Need help, you explain to them that you're available 24/7 or whatever your support schedule is. And then what you should do is add a bunch of reviews in here. So I added 4. Don't add just 4. I'm not going to waste time adding hundreds, but add hundreds when you test the product. You can just import them from AliExpress. And at the top, this is your choice, but what you could do is write a few reviews yourself, add some pictures yourself, and write in here, you know, kind of similar to what people wrote on Amazon here, what they liked. So I wrote a few reviews here. You want to make a few that are like 4 stars because otherwise it looks a little sketchy. So I made a 4-star one that said good quality. And then you just write a few just to cover a page at the top, and then have hundreds like that don't really need text anymore. It's just about the numbers they're showing right here. What else we did is we said a free worldwide shipping right here. You might be wondering how we did that. So we went right here. This is just another text feature in this theme called Dawn. This is where I wrote it: adjustable, one size fits all, and then free worldwide shipping right here. So this is what it looks like. It's good now because everybody knows it's one size fits all, so no problem with the sizes, and also free shipping for 24 hours. They need to rush to get it. That's how the product page is. Now there's this thing here called tax included. Let me show you how to get rid of that. You go here, click on languages, open languages up here, and then you will have to just search for tax included. So we'll do that, tax included. Here we go. Includes taxes. Remove that there. Maybe put a space in here. Let's see, save, and now we go to our product page, and let's refresh. Yeah, there we go, gone. So there's no junk over there, and it looks pretty clean. So that's what you want, a really clean, simple website. You don't need any complicated stuff. You just need to show the customer that you offer them exactly what they want, and they'll buy it. I mean, I showed you earlier, look at this awful website. This is terrible, but the customer just sees that you have what they want and they get it. Simple as that. Definitely no more talking about themes. Forget about all that. Just use a free theme and you'll be fine. Just follow the principles that I showed you over here, and I'm telling you, it will just work. If you pick the right product and you do your research when it comes to copywriting, there's no reason at all you shouldn't be able to sell this. Again, if you have any questions about anything that I said over here, you want me to explain anything, join the Mavenport Discord, and yeah, let me know. We can chat over here. You can chat with the rest of the community. The link is in the description. Okay, so what a lot of people are also asking me is what processors do I use? How do I process payments? So that's pretty simple. So when you go to settings right here, we go to payments. What I use is PayPal. So simple as that. Activate PayPal, go and log into your account. And then I don't use Shopify payments. I use Stripe. A lot of times when you log in, Shopify payments will be in your face here, and you'll have absolutely no choice but to use it. Eventually they'll ban you, so I wouldn't recommend it. How to get rid of this now and put Stripe in there instead? You just go to store details. This is not my address, by the way, just a random address. You just change your location to a place like Romania. Okay, there we go. So now we just changed our address to Romania for a second. We go back to payments and choose a provider. Guess what? Stripe is here. You just need to go set up a Stripe account and link it on here. You don't need to be an American citizen to use Stripe. Stripe is available in multiple countries, including Romania, for example. That's why it's here right now. So you can just make an account. Also, what you can do is, if you have an American company, but you're not an American citizen, that's completely fine as well. You can create a Stripe account as an American company, and that also works. Of course, this is not legal advice. I'm just letting you know that that is something that works. So it's completely up to you. And then once you set up Stripe, if you want to, you can go back here and change your address to whatever it was earlier. It will not kick Stripe out of your store. So that's how you do it. All right, so now that you understood how to look for a winning product and what that even means, and how to create a store for it that is very convincing and is filled with benefits that people are looking for, what you want to do next is start running ads on Facebook, right? So of course you could run ads in multiple places, not just Facebook, but Facebook is a platform that I personally use and have tremendous success with. So that is what I can teach you about. So that's how we bring customers to our store. I'll give you a quick explanation about how I do that. So here we go. What we do is we create an ABO campaign. Now that means an ad set budget optimization campaign, and in there I start with 8 ad sets and schedule them for the next day at $20 a day. Each of them has one single interest inside of it. Generally they all contain more than 1 million people in there. I like to go quite broad, so 1 million people is the bare minimum that I would do. And inside each one of these ad sets there are 4 to 7. Generally I use video ads, and so that is the structure that I use. If you want to understand a little more about how that works, I made a video on that showing you how I start testing products. I'll probably put a video card in this video somewhere that you can click on. After you watch this video, you can look at that. And also in terms of creating those videos, this is the type of video that would work. It's more of a UGC type of video, unprofessional video ad. This is very convincing now in 2022 for customers. I can just play this for you just to show you kind of what it looks like for these rings. This is just an example. I would create 7 of those and they would all be different, but this is what one of them looks like. So here we go. It starts with, am I the only one picking my fingers when I stress out? I know I made a typo right there. Ignore it. I would normally double check. And this is what the video looks like. Now I'm going to skip through it a little bit. You don't need to see this. I also made a video on how I make creatives that convert really well. I'll put a card for that video on the screen that you could click on as well when you want to watch that to learn how I make my own creatives. In that video, I literally show you how I edit them and what my thought process is to make those ads convert. So that is how I start testing products. I just schedule those 8 ad sets at midnight, so they basically start tomorrow, and I budget them at $20 a day usually. But if you don't have that much budget to work with, it's okay to do $10 a day. But in that case, I would suggest not running 4 to 7 creatives. I would suggest doing more like 2 or 3 creatives. It's as simple as that. That's what works for me. And if you create the right type of video ads, there's no way it wouldn't work for you. Just so you know, in the Mavenport Discord, I shared some PDFs with people, such as what my testing structure looks like with Facebook ads. So I explained this a little more in depth, and it's a lot clearer, and it's basically written right in your face, everything you need to do. So people absolutely love this. I think this would really help you before you start any product test, looking at how I structure ads and how I make them successful most of the time. I think that would really help you. Also, important principles that I use to make video ads that convert really well. Again, there's another PDF I put in here. Both of these things are extremely useful for when you start testing products. So I would really recommend that you get in the Discord and get them. They're free right now. I don't charge anything for this information, although it's extremely valuable. Very soon I will remove them from here though, because this information took me a lot of money to perfect and to find out. All of these things are extremely valuable, so I suggest that you get your hands on them as soon as you can. They're just for free members. I suggest that you take advantage of that. Definitely join the Mavenport Discord and take a look at these PDFs. I think they will make your lives a lot easier when you test products. Alright, so now that you have a product to test, you have a store to test it on, and you just scheduled ads for tomorrow, let me tell you what the next steps are. So let's say tomorrow you find out some bad news. Your ads didn't really convert, they're not that great. If you've done everything right the way I explained it to you in my videos and in the PDFs in my Discord, in that case, most likely the product that you chose isn't really a winner, or it doesn't really work anymore. So in that case, you don't need to stress out about it. Literally, just after you spend like about $50 and you see no traction, $50-$70 let's say, you see no traction, you see no sales, don't really get that many checkouts, I say just cut the products and move on, find another one to test. If that's the case, it's literally a matter of going through the ads library, finding another product that fits the criteria that I explained, and then switching the product that you have on your store. In my case, it would be this ring. I'd switch it out of there, just take it out of the store and replace it with the next product that I want to test, and change absolutely nothing else, just the copywriting and all that, but the store stays the same. I don't make another store, I don't go through all that, I'm not wasting my time with all that, and that's the most efficient way to test products. If you fail with your first product tests, really don't get discouraged. I've failed so many stores, so many products that I tested, I was so sure were gonna work, didn't work. That's completely normal. Eventually you polish your strategy, you start to understand the blueprint better, and that's what I'm trying to help you with. If you take advantage of those strategies that I'm showing you here, these will just help you hit success faster, right? I can choose products for you, but if you follow the blueprint that I show you, you will know that nothing could go wrong other than your product, right? Because I know right now that the ads I do are really good and they convert. I know the copywriting, the type of copywriting that I do, I know it converts. I know the stores that I have, I know they're good. I know my offers convert. So that leaves me with just one variable that could be wrong, right? And that's the product. And that's how it's so simple for me to test products and find winners, because I know that if I don't see the metrics that I like, I just take it out of the store, test the next one, and I really find winners extremely quickly doing that. So that's what you should do. On the other side, if your product worked, because eventually you will find the product that works, what you want to do is scale it, right? Now, we don't jump into scaling straight away. If your ad sets were profitable or slightly unprofitable, that's fine too on the first day. What you want to do is, let's say audience 8 and 1, these two were profitable, and I don't know, 2 as well. What you want to do is simply duplicate them and just change each single interest in all of these ad sets to a new one. Here, for example, I would do ring, jewelry, and then in the next ad set I would do even bracelet. To be honest, it doesn't matter, you don't need to be that exact. Wedding ring is fine. Fashion accessories as well, pendant, all of this. Like, there's so much that you could test here. So that's one thing that you need to understand. You don't need to use interests that are extremely similar to what you sell. Like, art jewelry is good enough, Pandora, perfect, handmade jewelry, all of this, gold, all of that's fine. You don't need your interests to be extremely specific to what you test. So just test multiple interests. Just use the suggestions tool right here, and we'll do earring, I mean, don't stack them. This will be in the next ad set, right? So that's kind of what you do each day. And then eventually you will have a few audiences that work. So now we'll get into how to scale a product that works. So we will say that audience 4 was profitable for, I don't know, about 4, 5, 6 days in a row. You saw that this audience was consistently profitable, and you want to take advantage of that. What you do is you simply duplicate it in a single ad set CBO, such as here. So it's just that one ad set inside this one CBO. Schedule it for tomorrow at $100 a day, not 200, and see how it goes the next day. So that's how you scale audiences that work. Now you could end up having 2, 3, 4 CBOs because you keep testing audiences the way that I showed you here with the suggestion tool, and eventually you'll end up having multiple audiences that work, and you take them all and put them in a single ad set CBO. So about scaling, I went a little more in depth about it in one of my previous videos. I showed you how to scale a product to more than $24,000 in a day. So I suggest that you watch that video as well, because I explain how I do it and how you can do that as well, and show you multiple strategies that work. I'm hoping that this helped explain the steps that I take when I pick a product all the way to testing and scaling it. This is what I've been doing for years, and it's been working. This is exactly what I did with this store. Yesterday, it's been quite consistent. Today is going to be a way bigger day. The day before as well was really good. I mean, let's look at this week. As you can all see, everything is loading correctly. This is not any kind of screenshot or something like that. And this store has been fairly consistent, and I didn't really even do much work with it. So this is one of the past weeks. As you can see, it's been pretty consistent, and I haven't really put much work into it. I literally just check the ads of this store for like 20 minutes a day and just let it run, and it makes me what you would call passive income, I guess, because the product is really good, the store that I have is really good with the copywriting that I've made for it, and also the ads are really good. And I've been running this store for months now, along with multiple other stores that I have, and literally all that I do is what I showed you in this video. Of course, I couldn't go into extremely close detail when it comes to every single thing, but I just wanted to show you the journey that you would take to start with dropshipping and be successful with it. If you have any questions about anything that I've said, or you want me to elaborate, definitely write them in the comments, and also let me know what you would like to see next. I'm sure that there are topics that you would like me to talk a little more about. If you want to learn more about e-commerce from someone who's doing it successfully at the present time and literally making a living out of it, I haven't had a job in like 5 years. This is literally all that I do. So if you have any questions about anything that I spoke about, or any suggestions for future videos, I'm really interested to hear hear them. So definitely write them in the comments and I will reply to them. And don't forget to join the Mavenport Discord and get in touch with all of us here. I reply to pretty much everybody here, as you can see, give them step-by-step strategies and answer everybody's questions, and pretty much help this entire community be successful by simply letting them know how I've been doing it. So definitely join Mavenport, the Discord. We'd love to have you here. Whew.